On today's South Florida Suburbs show, women's clothing is made like complete and utter poop. It is literally the crappiest stuff ever.
Truth.
We'll talk about that coming up on the South Florida Suburbs show. I'm Gary.
And I'm Margaret.
Now, we've been married for about 14 years, together about 20 total, and we decided to start the South Florida Suburbs show because, we were bitching at each other, and we figured, why wouldn't you want to hear us complain about married life and other stuff in South Florida in general? Because some things really suck, and some things are great, because we wouldn't live here otherwise. But we're going to talk about really crappy stuff, and that has to do with like trendy clothing, things like that, because we are in South Florida. This is the South Florida Suburbs show, and if you're watching us on YouTube, we would love for you to like, subscribe, click that bell so you know when we put out new content. Also, if you're listening to us on Anchor or Spotify, you can support us 99 cents a month or $4 or up to $4.99 a month. So
Ooh.
I know, it's big money. Big money. So anyway, getting back to, look, it's South Florida. There's a lot of flash, not a lot of substance with a lot of people. It's, they don't have anything. They're just money in, money out, money in, money out. I mean, there's so much, it's look at me. So, when it comes to clothing and trendy and stuff like that, you want to dress nice. It's South Florida. If you got a banging body, you do it. And here's the problem, though. Women's clothing is made like shit. It is not functional. It's complete garbage. And there's no freaking pockets.
No, that is the... I don't even know what to say about it. It's just ridiculous. Like, women are the ones that carry the most stuff with them.
Yes.
And we have nowhere to put it. I mean, it's just like, who comes up with this?
A guy.
That they, yeah, well, that makes sense. But I can remember even going back to when we were dating and like...
You can remember that far back? Good for you. Good memory.
I know. Well, someone's got to do it. You can't remember shit.
What?
Anyway, I would have to give you all my stuff.
Yes.
To hold when we go out
and I
somewhere.
didn't have anything in my pockets because I was broke as, so I had plenty of space. Yeah, give me
So, never had anywhere to put it. And I didn't want to carry a purse to a club or wherever we were going. So... yeah, I had to hand you all the
ID, lipstick,
whatever I had.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Cash.
And now,
whatever.
and in work clothes too. It's like, go to work, you want to put, I don't know, a pen even, I don't know, something, your cell phone can carry that with you. You can't do it. There's no pockets.
A bra is where you ladies shovel your crap, no?
Well, I do see that quite often, but
right?
I prefer not to do that.
Okay.
And it's not quite professional either,
Oh, is that right?
They might frown upon that in the workplace.
So you mean when I go to work and I reach down into my underwear to pull out, a pen or something that's frowned
That's the
upon?
worst too. When somebody comes up to you and you like ask for something and it's like they pull it out of their wherever.
I'm sure it's worse if it smells weird.
Just ridiculous.
Well, and here's the biggest thing that drove me nuts. We were at a car show, and this is an outdoor car show.
Oh, here we go.
And I said to Margaret to go, why don't you give me the 40? She was carrying $40 in her ID. I said, why don't you give me that? I have a pocket. Nah, it's fine. I don't know where you shoved it in your pants or some shit. And vanished. So the money, not that big a deal. You ever been to the DMV to try to get a new ID?
It's not fun.
But did we learn from that? Nope.
Don't have a choice. There's no pockets.
I'm there. You can give it to me. You don't have a choice.
You're not always available. Anyway, there's no pockets in anything.
That's right. But I caught you. This was a few weeks ago. You were getting ready to. You had, I don't know, athleisure wear on or some shit with no pockets, some spandex pant crap.
You mean gym clothes?
Whatever.
Yes.
And you started shoving it in your waist. I was like, no. No. Give that to me. I will take that. Do not do that. Like, are you out of your mind? I'm right here.
Yeah, but then I got to ask you for a thing when I need it.
Oh, no, because that's so much worse than losing your ID and money.
Whatever. They just need to make better clothing, period.
I totally agree, because I when I was in high school, I used to actually, I worked at the Gap, so I would sell men's clothing, women's clothing, and, some of that stuff was well made. It would hold up. But you started shopping at Charlotte Russe. Does that place even exist anymore?
No.
I mean, that's literally like H&M before H&M. If you wash the clothing twice, it just disintegrated. It literally turned to dust. Like you took it out of the dryer and you went, and it just. Gone.
Yeah, but that place you knew what you were getting. You knew that, it's not going to last.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. The clothes were nice designs, but made like shit.
Yeah.
And you would keep buying shit from there, and it would keep falling apart.
Well, they had nice looking clothes that weren't at the time. I, didn't have as much money, and
but there were plenty of times like you could go to Macy's, and there were plenty of times we went. I mean, you can get a suit. Is it the newest style suit? No, but who the hell is going to know the difference? You still have some of those suits because it wasn't crap.
True. It's true, but you know what? There's some things that I've bought at more expensive stores, and they still fell apart. So
it does happen. You're right. Like, how about your shoe recently?
Oh my God. Ridiculous. I've never in my life had that happen, ever.
Well, explain.
Okay. I've had heels break, like the actual heel
when
part.
You say, for a guy that has no idea, a guy that maybe doesn't cross-dress, when you say heel, you're talking about the back. Like, what do you mean break? Like, it literally breaks from the sole, so you now have a flat?
Yes. I've had.
So it's not like the bottom, like the rubber sole. Like
I've had that happen too, with just like the little.
I think I've been there when that's happened.
Just the little rubber piece on the bottom of the heel, whatever, that breaks. But I've literally had the whole heel break off.
So you're walking like on a stilt on one
side.
And
yes, I've had that happen.
Do you even it out? Like at that point, you're like, this shoe's going to be garbage. I need to wear them for a while longer. Do you just break the other one off and go, we're going flat?
No.
So you hobble along.
Hobble to try to get something else to wear, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
Or, depending on the situation and where you are. But
okay.
Anyway, so, that's a little bit more understandable for a heel. It's thinner, whatever, heel to break. Just 2 days ago, I literally had the whole front sole of my shoe.
So it was a heel. So the ball of your foot,
yes,
where the sole is,
yes,
detached,
came right off. I've never in my life.
Wait. So you're walking, it's like clop.
Yes.
Clop.
So it literally was just flapping in the breeze.
Oh, wait. So it was like a flipper, like
yes,
like when you swim.
Yes, flippers.
Oh, that's great.
I never in my life had that happen, and it wasn't like I tripped on something and it came up. No, I was literally standing there. I went to take a step forward, and it just flopped off. I was like just stunned at what happened. Everybody was like, what the? I was at work and everybody's looking at me like, what just happened? I'm like, I have no idea. This is ridiculous. So you're like, what do you do? What do you do?
I remember getting your text messages like, what am I going to do? I was like, I don't know. Find some glue? I don't know. Your fix was fantastic though.
Yeah. So I was hoping to get some glue that never came from our engineering department. They never showed up.
Hold on. So the people in your department know that your shoe has fallen apart. Then you had to contact a whole new department. Did they ask you why you wanted glue, or were you just like, I need some glue?
No, I explained it to them that my shoe fell apart and that I needed glue immediately to come. And they said, okay, we'll send somebody. They never showed up.
Yeah, because you know what? They're sitting there going, you need what? For what? I don't have time for that. Get out of here.
So then my coworker, she was checking in her purse to see if she had any nail glue, which she did not.
And you know what? You weren't going to stand there long enough for it to cure and dry anyway. It was futile. It was
no.
Yeah.
So I couldn't walk to wardrobe is clear on the other side. I could not walk in these shoes.
And that's right. So you work for a large resort.
Yes.
And when you say wardrobe, like they have people that hem clothing, like they've
yeah, they do everything there.
Right.
But I could not make it there on those shoes. I would have had to take my shoes off to walk there, and no. So yeah. So then I looked at the time and I said, well, I only got about an hour left to go. So you know what? Quick fix. Gonna take a rubber band.
So you came up with the rubber band.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the rubber band sitting on the counter. I'm like, okay, we're just going to rubber band this shit together.
That is fantastic.
Wrap it around the front, hold it together while I finish out my day.
And that was a fantastic fix. I would have never thought of
that. It held it together until I could, because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to walk to my car if I don't find a way to hold this together somehow. My car was all the way in the parking garage. So it held together with the rubber band and I made it.
That's fantastic.
There you go. But yeah, wonderful shoes.
Yeah.
They're very well made.
I had my own shoe issue that fell apart.
I remember this.
Yeah. So this was a few years ago. A friend of mine, I hadn't played golf in, God, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 years. And I had bought golf spikes that were, maybe they were 5, 6, maybe 7 years old. And they'd maybe been worn twice. They were, I mean, white. They literally looked new. So I take them out. No big deal. I get to the golf course. You know, a friend of mine had come into town. Let's play some golf. And, you know, I put them on. No big deal. We get in the cart. You know, we hit a few balls in the range. Everything's fine. We get to the first hole and I hit and I come off and all of a sudden there's like the front is flapping a little bit on one of the shoes. And I'm going, well, that's not good. But I mean, it's no big deal. It's just, like the front. I mean, I'm sure you've seen running shoes. Like Gia has, where the sole in the front, it's coming off a little bit. I'm like, whatever. No big deal. Well, yes, big deal. Because after the first hole, it is now torn off to the point where the only thing it's holding on is the heel. So it's the whole thing is like flopping around. And keep in mind, the golf spikes, they have spikes on the bottom. You're trying to, so I get to the next tee and I rip the whole thing off. So now it's like a slipper. If you've ever worn, that's literally what it was like. So there's no sole, but just like my life, there's no sole, but it's, it's a slipper essentially because there's still cloth or whatever, from the shoe underneath my foot. So like I have the new Nike golf slipper. God. And I'm thinking, okay, it's only one. Maybe I can get through. No. Then the same thing starts happening.
There's more.
The same thing starts happening with the other shoe. Now keep in mind, I'm only 2 holes in.
Oh my God.
So then that one comes off. No, literally, I have 2 golf shoes with no spikes, no, like the whole bottom, they're gone. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like slapping the 2 soles together, like whack, 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 because they've totally come off the shoes. So they're literally like slippers.
What are the odds of both of them coming off at the same time?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh my God.
So, like I said to the guys, there were 2 of the guys I was playing. I was like, I can't continue like this. I got to go back to the car and just get my sneakers. So by hole 3,
your slippers weren't working.
No, the slippers were not working. Because, and here's the worst part: on the grass, it was fine. But walking back to the cart, walking on the pavement, literally, it was maybe a thin piece of, I don't know, I guess it was leather or whatever it was. Like that's it. It was my foot, sock, whatever the leather
lining.
Yeah, and ground. That was it. So like any stone, so I let them go play. I zip back to my car real quick. I just throw on my sneakers and that's that. But I'm like, this is the 3rd or 4th time I've worn these things. And like, what?
Another quality made.
Yeah. I mean, just the glue was complete garbage. And I had another wardrobe malfunction. This is pretty embarrassing, but I was able to
quite funny though.
I was able to hold it together. So I used to be a TV reporter and I was doing a live shot in the morning. And at the time I was a feature reporter. So I would have like 10 different live shots an hour. Some would be a minute long. One might be a tease for 20 seconds. One might be a hit for a minute and a half or 2 minutes, those sorts of things. So we were at a coffee production facility. So like they roasted the coffee, they the beans, right? Like trucks backed in, these big sacks of coffee beans came out. They would put them in these big roasters. They would roast them. They would mix them. Oh, they smell fantastic. And then they would take them and they would put them in the bags and they would go on pallets and they would go in other trucks and go off to the stores to be sold. Needless to say, South Florida, it's muggy. It's hot. I'm wearing khaki pants and they're sticking to me. And these aren't new ones. And I wanted to do a tease, so I step up on a pallet of, these bags of beans I'm going to sit on top of and, show, oh, look at all these beans, they're going to get roasted. So I step up and all of a sudden I hear a little tear. The crotch of my pants just tore. And I still have like an hour to go. I've got about 10 more live shots. And so it starts out as a little tear, and now I'm trying to walk gingerly where like my legs stay close together because I don't want to, I don't want the hole to get bigger. Needless to say, the hole is getting bigger. I'm trying not to bend down and pick anything up, because in between live shots, like I'm putting the mic down, and I am not putting the mic down on the ground near the camera tripod. I'm putting it where I don't. the photographer I was working with that morning, that was his first day at this station. Not his first day as a photographer, but as a videographer. That's his first day at this station. This is the first time we're doing a live shot together. So I say to him, I go, I tore my pants, man. And he's like, you did what? I go, the crotch of my pants are tearing. So after the live shot, I got to get to a store. I got to buy a new pair of pants because like I've got a hole and it's getting bigger. Luckily, there was a 24-hour Walmart not far from there, so I make it through. But I mean, at that point, there is a hole. Like it is. I don't have to bend down or anything. That hole is working its way up the back end. So I kind of shimmy into Walmart. I go straight to the clothing section. I just find my size. I don't care. They had khaki pants. I mean, they were the thinnest piece of garbage. But at that point, I'm desperate.
Don't you know you're supposed to like tie something around your waist? So
what the hell was I going to tie around my waist? Like what?
I don't know.
What did I have?
You gotta have some kind of wardrobe, something.
I was literally in a live truck with camera gear and me and a backpack, and that's it. There was no on television flash. As far as I mean, look back, there was nobody said anything. So if they saw something, well, no one said anything.
I saw it on a blooper show.
Yes, I'm sure you did. But I was able to get my pants, and I rode out the rest of the day in Walmart khakis. Very stylish.
I've had a zipper break on my pants at work.
Do tell.
Yes.
Where was the zipper? Was it the fly?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Wait. How does that break to begin with? Were you like in the bathroom and was this kind of?
Yeah, and it like.
So it's not. Wait. When you say it broke, it didn't. It's not like like how sometimes the teeth get screwed
Oh
up.
no, it broke.
Like it just came off. It's off the track.
It broke. So it was pretty much either try to pin it with something, or I had to go home and get new pants because there was no. But just so happens, I went into the office and my coworker had like a needle and thread.
So you just sewed the fly up?
So she literally is like, I'll fix it.
Hold on. So you took your pants off in the office?
Oh no, I kept them on. And here she is.
That sounds dangerous.
Here she is sewing my crotch. And a coworker walks in. I said, don't ask.
A male or female coworker?
Just don't ask. I think it was a male. Yeah, it was a male.
Good for
He was
him.
like, what is going on in here? And I was, for the love of God, don't ask. Don't ask. But she fixed it, for the time being, and
you got through the day.
I went about my day.
You're a trooper.
Yeah, I try.
All right. You've been checking out the South Florida Suburbs show. If you want to contact us, southfloridasuburbs@gmail.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can comment below. Like and subscribe. Also, click that bell so you know when we put out some new content. And if you're listening to us on Anchor or Spotify, you can support us. 99 cents is what it starts at. $4.99 is the max.
Woohoo!
All right. Don't mock the people. I mean, if they're going to give us money, that's cool. I'll take $4.99.
I'm cool with it.
All right. Woohoo means thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
We are very grateful. And we hope you enjoy the content.
Yes, we hope so. We tried to be as entertaining as possible.
I mean, one of us does.
No. We all know it's me.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Take it easy. See ya.